Dear students, welcome to digital learning platform of DCE. I am Vasant Kumari from Government First Aid College, Kushannagar. I am here before to present the 11th session of Financial Accounting of BCom First Semester, Mangalore University. In this session, let us study about the sole proprietor. In this module, we will study about the introduction, meaning and definition of sole proprietor. Before going to this, let us recap of previous session. That is theoretical framework, accounting framework. In that chapter, you studied meaning of accounting, accounting terminologies and uses of accounting, and accounting process and basis of accounting, and branches of accounting, and accounting principles, accounting concepts and conventions, and accounting standard. Let us study this session, that is sole proprietor. Under this session, we will see the sole proprietor, introduction, meaning and definition. So, introduction of sole proprietor. A sole proprietor is a form of business which is individually owned by a person. Every organization must prepare their annual final accounts at the end of every financial year. Final accounts refers to statements prepared at the end of accounting period to ascertain the profitability position and the financial position of the business enterprise. This type of business entity is the only single owner who starts a business with an objective to earn a profit. And this type of business entity in which there is the single owner who starts a business with an objective to earn a profit, as there is only single owner, all the profits and the losses are borne by him only. When it comes to liability, the sole proprietor has an unlimited liability. That means he is liable to pay the debts and the losses of the company. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರೇ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂದರೂ ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಆ ಫುಲ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ಲು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಹ ಅವನೊಬ್ಬನೇ ಬೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಸಿ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ sole proprietor. It is a type of enterprise owned and run by one person. A sole proprietorship, also known as a sole tradership, individual entrepreneurship, or proprietorship, it is type of enterprise owned and run by one person, and in which there is no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity. A sole trader does not necessarily work alone. It is possible for the sole trader to employ other people. The sole trader receives all profits and has unlimited responsibility for all losses and debts. Every asset of the business is owned by the proprietor, and all debts of the business are the proprietors. It is a sole proprietorship in contrast with partnership. And this is about the meaning of sole proprietor. Next, let us study the definition of sole proprietor. So there is no particular definition. Generally, we can define the sole proprietorship. It is the type of business organization which is owned, managed and controlled by a single owner. The word sole means only and proprietors notes to owner. Sole means only and proprietor means owner. So single owner. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಸೋಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಪ್ರೈಟರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಓನರ್ means any individual who wish to start a business on their own to earn some profit can form sole proprietorship. Only a single individual is required for the formation. It can be easily formed without any formalities. And as there is only a single person in the business, capital invested by him is limited. This is a disadvantage to this form of business because for a business, investment is very important. The single owner is not able to contribute towards business, which leads to hindrance in its growth process. Here, sole proprietor has unlimited liability, which means that he has to use even its own assets for paying debts of the company. This also serves as a disadvantage to this kind of business. And in case of death, so death of the proprietor affects the life of the business. There is no perpetual succession in the business. As there is only a single owner, on the death of him, no person can take over the business as per the provisions. The business will come to an end on the death of its owner. Here, profits and loss are borne by the individual only. In the case of any profit that a business earns or any loss that a business received is borne by the single proprietor only. He cannot shift the charge of losses on other people. This type of business has some benefits and has some limitations. So the benefits of sole proprietorship, here there is less procedure. Forming a sole proprietorship is easy and less complicated as compared to other forms of business. It does not involve huge paperwork. It can be easily formed by a single person without any formalities. And business can easily be closed on the will of the proprietor. The proprietor can sell all its property easily without any complications. Here, the individual can manage the whole business on his will. He does not have to ask for permission from any other person, and he is the boss and he can manage its affairs individually. If at any point of time the proprietor wants to change its business legal structure, he can change it easily. Changing its legal structures does not involve much time and effort. And this type of sole proprietor has some limitations. In case of death, the single owner of the business comes to its end. As there is no person to carry on the business, it comes to the end. And the liability of the proprietor is unlimited to his personal assets also. He is liable to pay the company debts and losses. And the responsibility for taking all the decisions comes to the individual only. A single person cannot specialize in all perspectives. Therefore, in a business, it is necessary to have few people for decision making. In this decision making lies in the hands of just one person, which proves as a disadvantage to the company. So here, capital invested is just by one person. Therefore, it's limited. For business growth and survival, a huge capital requirement is needed, and absence of huge amount of capital from sole proprietorship proves as a limitation to its functioning. So this is about the sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship. So in this session, we studied about the meaning and introduction and definition of sole proprietorship. Thank you.